Welcome, guys. Thank you for attending On the Warrior's Path. What a beautiful venue we have here, this old Victorian theatre. Stunning place. Before I start off, I want to tell you I'm not an information coach, okay? Everything I teach here is from experience. I haven't recycled other people's ideas and brought them together into a course. This is all tried and tested, not just by me, but with my clients. It's a solid course of experience, not from somebody else, from mine, and I've projected that onto other people from their lives for problems they've had, sporting events, any manner of problems. It's universal and that you can apply it to a lot of situations in life. So before we go on, let me tell you a bit about me. I started with a fairly challenging childhood. In fact, people say, what's your defining moment? I guess one of my defining moments was the situation where my stepfather passed my sister on the stairs. She'd just come down to our mother to tell her that the heating had been turned off in her bedroom again in ice cold winter. Because my stepfather liked to see her suffer, because he was suffering himself. So as they passed on the stairs, he elbowed her in the head, and her head ricocheted off the wall, and she collapsed in a bundle of tears. Now, I was at the bottom of the stairs watching this, and when you're a child, you don't really have much judgment in life. You just feel the shock of the event. The judgment comes later on when you're an adult. But you just feel the shock. You're just living literally in an unhappy, damaged heart. And I mean that literally. So I felt all the fear looking at this. You've probably felt it yourself, guys. Dry throat, shaking legs, real sense of terror. You can't talk. So I was feeling these dreadful feelings. Well, how can I protect my sister if I feel this way? But finally I found my voice, and as he came down the stairs, I said to him, leave her alone. I managed to project it as loudly as I could, which wasn't very loud. So he came down the stairs, and he looked at me, and he looked me up and down. He said, what are you going to do about it? What are you going to do about it? And I had no response. I was too scared. So with the pause, nothing to say, he looked at me and he said, you're pathetic. And he walked away. Now, in that moment, I decided to take that identity he'd projected to me, being pathetic, and take it as a reality. So indeed, I believed I was pathetic, and I lived that, and I thought that was the truth. And in that moment, I had to take that responsibility in his projection of being called pathetic and making it reality. Okay, but something else happens within that. When you adopt an opinion about yourself, there's also another voice inside you saying that's not true, and you're kind of aware of it. So one part of you feels this identity that someone's projected to you, and other parts thinking there's something else there. It's like a battle of two forces inside of you. One projected externally, and one coming from inside you, your true self. So, and that paved the way for me to go into Eastern philosophy. I won the Southern England Bodybuilder title at 19. I stood on stage with the winner's trophy, and I still felt terrified. I still felt scared. So the vehicle I was using wasn't going to overcome how I felt. So I gave it up. I went into martial arts, ended up teaching 7 different martial arts, running ultra marathons, teaching nutrition, being a physical conditioning expert, qigong and meditation. And that was just the external stuff, though. It was all about what was happening inside. Have I overcome the fear? What do I think of myself now? And coming to terms with how I felt about myself. And I think that's true with us all. So on the Warrior's Path is the physical, psychological, and the energetic connection to everything that goes on within our mind and bodies, and even in our environment. It is a true revolution. We are now living in personal development at the moment, where most of the seminars and courses they teach are just psychological based. Even when they talk about fitness, it's about how can it make us psychologically more powerful. And we're going to look at different elements of that today and show that our concept of mind as we know it within Western scientific terms is not actually accurate.